Hi guys, Lee Freeman here. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you for clicking and coming through to my page. Your Body Transformations ebook will be on its way to your inbox now. So even if this is the last that we see of each other, I truly hope you find the book hopeful and it will allow you to find health and happiness through both nutrition, training and mindset. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my story. I'm kind of a little bit nervous about it and I kind of wanted to highlight that as well, and I want you guys to know that's okay, because that's probably very much the way that you feel towards joining a plan or asking someone for help to help you feel better, emotionally, physically, fat-wise kind of thing. And you know, I just kind of want you guys to know that's okay. And it's okay to feel nervous, you know. You're not a professional athlete. You're not a professional body transformation expert. And, you know, I'm not a professional TV presenter. So, you know, it's okay to feel nervous, but sometimes we just need to do it, okay? So 7 years ago, and it's really only that long, it was, you know, March 2013, I was completely broke. I was battling depression, I was battling heartache, I'd gained a lot of weight, I was completely unfit, I was battling addictions, I almost killed myself, and I'd really hit rock bottom. So all the time whilst going through that, I'd kind of always known that, you know, I needed to improve my physical health, I needed to improve my mental health, I needed to stop drinking, I needed to stop smoking. And overall, I needed to just find a meaning in life. I needed to lose my job. I needed to change certain things. And overall, I think I just needed to stop feeling so miserable. You know, I felt proper miserable, and I'd just been divorced as well, or got divorced, and I just didn't want to be, you know, alone and unhappy forever, I guess. That sounds a really sad thing to say, doesn't it? But I guess that's the way it was. And my mind had gotten to this stage where I couldn't stop thinking negatively, whether it was about work, about my relationship, about money, about my body, about everything. And I just wanted to take control. I wanted to, you know, make some money and feel safe. I wanted to have the body I wanted and feel confident. And I wanted to achieve something I was, you know, proud of, and to leave a legacy, I guess, and to have done something that, you know, we're all people pleasers, aren't they? That, you know, other people thought I was cool, I guess, and that, you know, I'd achieved something in my life rather than just being this kind of dead end place where we'd settled for. So during these times, though, the thing is, when my mind was spiraling negatively, those of you who know me personally, I was working at Plug at the time, and I was running a nightclub. I was drinking, you know, really heavily every weekend just to mask the unhappiness. I was just eating crap all week to kind of make myself feel better about the weekend, and just felt so unhappy all the time. Didn't have anyone to turn to, couldn't control the thoughts, couldn't motivate myself to get to the gym, and just couldn't get out of the rut that I was stuck in, okay? It was progressively getting worse and worse. And I think many people will associate to this situation when it's bad at the start, and then it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And you're just thinking, you know, when is this going to stop? I was working 80 hours a week plus, DJing 3 gigs a week, you know, so, you know, I was still working and stuff, but I was deeply unhappy with all areas of my life, okay? Now, part of the reason that inspired me to start, and I think it's funny how these things come to you in certain times, you know, those of you who know me will know my mum died of Crohn's when I was very young, 18 months old. And I had this kind of moment when I was thinking, you know, I have to live her life for her, because she never really got to experience it, only up till the age of 29. So the fact that I'm not is actually really selfish, and if I don't make these changes, I'm not going to leave anything to make her proud. You know, I'm not going to have left anything in terms of her legacy. And that was kind of a bit of you know, a aha, I guess, moment for me. And I started thinking about what I could do in order to improve my life. Now, the worst thing for me at this point was that I'd never spoken to anyone about it, okay? Anyone who knew me throughout the plug years will probably think I was the happiest, most motivated, successful, well-off kind of guy who everyone loved and just loved life and was great to be around. You know, it was all just a mask, okay? I hated my life. I was probably that happy because I was pissed half of the time, you know? I hated who I'd become. I was sliding further and further into depression. And then, you know, that weekend, I can still remember the weekend now. It wasn't actually March 2013. It was February 2014. So I was recovering from a broken neck. I broke my neck on the 21st of December 2011, ruptured C4 and C5, was in a neck brace. Rugby career at the time was finished. Obviously this was just another reason to drink some more. Me and my then wife had decided that our marriage was over. And then on February the 14th, I got a phone call to let me know that my grandfather, Colonel Colin Bryce, God rest his soul, who brought me up, was my dad, had sadly passed away. So, you know, those three things in 3 months was just, you know, many of you, I guess, will have experienced that same point when you're just thinking, is anyone just like, give me a break here? Like, when's this going to stop? And the truth is, I now know it never will. No one ever will. Okay, you only give yourself that break. And I felt I had no one to turn to. I was completely alone apart from me and Frankie. And it was just by fluke one day. I was sat probably scrolling endless rubbish on Facebook, seeing how good everyone else's lives were, which was making me generally feel worse. And Mark Coles put a post up about The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And then I saw someone else put a post up about Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which were just 2 books, okay? 2 books. And this moment, along with thinking about my mum, were complete life-changing moment and catalyst, okay? So some of Rhonda Byrne is a bit wishy-washy, okay, but I was generally listening to it, and you know, it's the law of attraction, and like thoughts attract like thoughts. And if you replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts, and you start to write your goals down, you start to give them time frames, you start to understand exactly what it is you want to achieve, and you put a plan together to do it. And you know, I'm not going to go on about those books 2 more. I've read, you know, many more since. I've still got, you know, my desk is surrounded by, you know, personal development books, which I'll come on to, and business. But I spent every spare hour I could listening to them, okay? Whilst I was still at Plug, I used to drive for like 8 hours round town on a night, sometimes making sure the promotion staff were doing their job, picking up, you know, alcohol if we'd run out in certain areas, closing the club down. And I would just listen to it all the way to work, all the way home. And I started to understand exactly how my mind worked, okay? How the law of attraction works, how positive energy works, how positive mindset works, how we can control it, personal development learning. And they all told me that I could achieve anything I wanted if I was willing to put the work in, okay? And it all just started to become crystal clear in my mind. You know, I started to replace every positive thought with a negative thought. I started to go back to the gym. You know, I started to feel more positive. I started to understand the importance of health and nutrition and feeling fit. I then employed a coach as well, who I will be forever grateful for if he watches this. His name's David, and he really took me to the next level in terms of nutrition, in terms of training. He supported me, he was great, and I began putting every single penny that I had into personal development and a plan to be able to lose my job and work for myself. Okay, I qualified as a personal trainer and a nutritionist, and left Plug and began working for myself. Still just me and Frankie at this stage. So it was truly, truly liberating to be able to have done that, and a massive sense of achievement. But I quickly learned in terms of this life progression that training and nutrition isn't enough, okay? There are millions of nutrition plans on the internet, and there's millions of training plans on the internet, okay? Go and download them all for free now. You can even get ones that cost like £2 that will work it out bespokely to, you know, your goals, your lifestyle, all those things. But you have to understand the mind as much as your body. You need someone to make you accountable, and you need to know that you need to work on this mindset, because if it's not right and you can't stick to it and you can't correct what's going on in your head, doesn't matter how good that nutrition and training plan is, okay? You will always go back to your old ways and feeling like that. So yeah, that was it. And then I just started out, and then I did my first, Steve was my first transformation, and I was like, oh my God, like transforming other people. I was still actually at Plug at the time, working 80 hours and training about 15 clients a week on top of that. But transforming someone else's life, like his wife got pregnant because he got healthy, which I had an influence in. That was like the coolest moment in my life. And with the mindset coaching that was going alongside it, people were like saying, I can't believe how good I feel. I can't believe how amazing I feel. I've tried all these different plans. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been with you 5 weeks, and I've never ever felt this good mentally, physically, and everything. And it was just like the best feeling in the world. And, you know, all of a sudden I could hear these words from my granddad saying, you know, boy, if you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything you want. He said that to me. He said that to me every time I went out to bat at cricket. He said it every time I stepped on a rugby pitch, you know, and I really rediscovered it and started to believe it. And I was making a massive impact on other people's happiness. You know, I doubled my income. I'd saved my health. I was moving towards a bodybuilding show. I was looking, you know, really, really great, the way I'd always wanted to look. I'd found Nat, we've got engaged, we've now got a little boy, Logan, who's 2 next week, depending on what time you're watching this video. But yeah, it's just, wow, it's just an amazing life-changing journey, really. And the key to all of it that I remembered is that it was the mindset coaching, okay? It's rediscovering the self-belief. It's finally understanding that you can do things, and finding people that believe in you as well. Because it isn't easy on your own sometimes, and I will never ever say it is. You have to do the work, but the support's there. You just have to go out and get it and surround yourself by the right people. Now, my plan from here was that I was just getting so excited about helping people that I wanted to take my business online, because I only had about 40 hours a week to personal train. And some of those clients had 3 sessions a week with travel and stuff, and they all got great transformations and they all looked super awesome, and none of them wanted to leave. So I'm like, I can't help any more people. So I began learning about marketing, and I began learning about advertising, and I went to a few more coaches who were online coaches, and I discovered what I could learn from them. Some of them were good, some of them were really, really bad. And I learned how to not do the things the bad ones did, and I learned how to copy all the things the good ones did. And I went on loads more courses, became a Y3T master trainer, started working with an absolute legend, Dr. Paul Rimmer, who coached me as well on coaching people, nutrition and training. And yeah, that was when I started to create what I now call the 8-week body transformation program, body and mind transformation. So I created the product, I created the systems, but again, I was coaching the entire program one-to-one. So it was like anywhere between £250 and £500 a month, depending on what level of client support you wanted. Now, all this meant was that thousands and thousands of people couldn't afford it, and I wanted to help those people. I still do. That's why I've just given you my book for free, which I wrote. In case you can't even afford one penny, you still have a guide to be able to do what I've done, okay? Everything I do with myself and all clients is in that book, okay? But I started thinking, you know, what if I can get the systems in place that I can make it affordable for everyone? You know, what if I can get all the recipe books printed? What if I can get an app? You know, what if I can film all the videos so people can just follow them and watch them themselves? Then if I can get all these correct platforms in place, then I can bring the value right down and ensure that every single person can afford this plan anywhere in the world. And that's what I did. And that's what this program is, okay? Now, in the last 2 years, over 1,000 people have now completed this program. They've achieved results. They've achieved happiness. Don't just take my word for it. Go and read the testimonials on my Facebook page. Do some research. I post transformations every day on Facebook, on Instagram. Check the people out. Go and speak to them. This course is epic, okay? So now, not only have I been able to retire from personal training, you know, I get to continue helping people every single day all over the world to relieve them from the pain that I once had, which was so bad that I attempted to take my own life, which I'm not ashamed to say now because I understand why. So, you know, I'm 100% in control of my thoughts, I'm 100% in control of my actions, and I take responsibility for everything I have done and everything I am doing. And at the end of the day, all this means is that I feel confident and I feel happy in my own body. I never dread going to work. You might have noticed in this video, but you know, I'm smiling all the time. And even though my mum never got to see me grow up, I'm now happy that if she is watching this video and looking down, that she'd be super proud of me, you know. Nat's really proud of me. And I know that Logan will grow up to be truly proud of me as well. I truly love my life. I truly love who I become. It was a tough journey, but it's a journey that anyone watching this can do. And if you would like me to help you, I would be truly, truly honoured. So I'm going to make you an offer below. You can see everything that's included. And if you want to jump on board, have a good read, click the link below. And I hope to see you really, really soon in my members area. And I hope that I can have the same positive impact on my life through the mindset coaching, the nutrition and the training that I've managed to have on my own life. Take care, guys. Big love. See you soon.